Good morning. My name is Larry Conley, and I'm an investigator with the local fire department. I was summoned to court accused by the homeowners of violating their Fourth Amendment rights against warrantless searches and seizures. This resulted in their attorney's claim that I made entry into the residence without permission, and any and all evidence collected must be suppressed due to the chain of custody. Fire crews arrived at 1:17 p.m. to 614 Mays for a fire in the house. The seat of the fire was in the living room around the television. The rest of the structure had minor smoke conditions and good visibility throughout the house. In the living room, smoke conditions were near zero visibility. As the fire crews were wrapping up the fire, they heard a call dispatch for a structure fire with children trapped 3 blocks away. Crews rushed away to the life-threatening fire, leaving 614 Mays unsecured. I arrived on the scene soon after. I began photographing the exterior to the interior and examining evidence. I collected samples from the pour pattern and noticed some type of device melted behind the TV. I determined from my investigation that is arson, and contacted law enforcement to bring charges to the homeowner. As I finished up my investigation, the homeowners, along with their attorney, arrived on the scene with their accusations. As I stated before, my arrival was shortly after the on-scene fire crews were called away to a life-threatening fire a few blocks away. The building was not secured, but I arrived in a reasonable amount of time. This means that the investigation was a continuance on the initial entry by the firefighters. The fact that the fire crews were called away to another fire doesn't impact the reasonable time standard, which gives me the right to enter the home. In the case of Michigan versus Tyler, a burning building clearly presents the exigency of a sufficient proportions to render a warrantless entry reasonable, and once in the building to extinguish a blaze, and for a reasonable time thereafter, firefighters may seize evidence of arson that is in plain view and investigate the causes of the fire. Since the investigation was performed in a reasonable amount of time by the fire incident, I am well within my rights as a fire investigator to enter the premises. Any evidence collected during my investigation is admissible in court. This is not a violation of the Fourth Amendment, considering the circumstances. Also attached, you will find the exhibit of the pour pattern from my demonstrative pour pattern evidence. Thank you, and that's my submission.